Hey there, guitarists. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to play the B major chord. Let's get started. So the first way I learned a B major chord was I used all four fingers of the left hand. And I'm on the second position. My first finger starts on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Then followed by my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger stacked at the 4th fret from the 4th string on down. So 4th fret, 4th string, 2nd finger, 4th fret, 3rd string, 3rd finger, and then 4th fret, 2nd string, pinky or 4th finger. Now I find it's kind of hard to fit all your fingers in there. And I'll use this chord here and there depending on what I'm playing. If I had to switch to something like an E chord like that way I have a guide finger, so I may use this shape. But this is the first one I learned, and you can also bar it and get the 1st string in. That's even harder. So at first I wouldn't bar, I would just hit strings 5, 4, 3, and 2 only, and then strum all of them. Now the second way I would learn to play it, and see which one's easier for you, this is my more preferred way to play a B chord. So I would use my first finger at the 2nd fret of the 5th string, same as before, and I would keep it kind of flat fingered as opposed to being on my fingertip. And that way I can lay across my 3rd finger across the 4th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So much easier for me than stacking all these fingers, using all 4 fingers. I just use my 1st and 3rd. So I tell my students that you could just pancake it, kind of both fingers are flat like a pancake. And so it doesn't matter if your first finger is flat, because the only note you're trying to hear is this. The notes here negate the notes before, so it doesn't matter what this finger's doing, right? Now, that makes it harder to get this note out if you want to utilize that note. Almost impossible, unless you could really bend that 3rd finger. I think that if you need that high F sharp note, just do the previous way. Okay, so that's the first 2 ways you can play your B chord. Now, if both of those are too hard, there's 2 other options I would try if you're in this position. The first one being 3-note chord or 3-string chord. Your first finger's at the 2nd fret of the 1st string, your 4th finger's at the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and your 3rd finger's at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And you just hit those 3 strings. You could also try a power chord, but then you eliminate whether it's major or minor. You don't have the 3rd of the chord in there. The 3rd of this chord would be D sharp. So you have a B note, an F sharp, and then the octave B again. And that's your power chord. It would be considered a B5 chord. So it's 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret. But that may be the precursor to doing a bigger B chord. So whichever one is easier to get by in your beginning stages of guitar playing. But if you can do those other chords that are in the beginning, you don't need to worry about that so much. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next lesson.